All right, pinchy losers, let's get right into it. So I'm just basically putting my Maybelline Fit Me powder onto my wig cap. I'm not doing a bald cap method, as y'all could probably tell. That's just too much work, and I just don't really know how to do it, if I'm being honest. But yeah, if you have a frontal, definitely put your powder like from ear to ear. If you do not, like me, you just have the closure and you know exactly what kind of part you're doing. Like I'm doing the middle part, I just put it straight down the middle of the powder. So I was just looking just now to see, you know, how it looks. And obviously I need to put the powder into, or onto, should I say, the lace of the wig so that the powder that's on the cap and the powder on the wig matches. And y'all saw how orange it looked. So we basically want to get rid of that oranginess. And honestly, it still kind of looked a little bit orange, but towards the end of the video, you guys will see when I finish customizing it, when I do the final touch, I do put concealer in the part just to help it blend a whole lot better. And here I'm spraying it with Gots to Be just to make sure that the color of the powder doesn't rub off and pretty much stays on to the lace. All right, so now I'm just focusing on my middle part, just trying to perfect that. Y'all know how that go. Excuse my deep ass voice. I just woke up and I'm recording this voiceover, so my voice is very manly in the morning. So yeah, sorry. But anyways, yep, doing my part. And now what I'm about to do is, which y'all gonna see, I'm gonna use my mousse or your foaming wrap, whatever you got, and I'm going to just flatten out the wig just a little bit. I don't think I used the hot comb just yet, but I'm just putting the mousse just to help it flatten down. I just hated how lumpy and bumpy it was looking. And once I flattened it down, it was a little bit easier to just work with. I don't know. At this point, I just hated how bumpy it was. So I was like, let me just flatten it just a little bit. But I won't really use the hot comb and go into detail of really getting it nice and flat until later. Well, whoops, looks like I'm a damn liar. I didn't realize that I did that. I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot what the hell I did. But anyways, it does look like I used my hot comb. I had it preheating like an oven basically before I recorded this video. So I'm just flattening it out just to get the process started because, like I said, it was too lumpy and it just was not cute and it was just grinding my gears. But now I'm about to use a bed head. The brand is TIGI. Bed head is the, you know, brand, whatever. And I'm going to be spraying that. This is going to be my adhesive. Basically, this is going to be my lace glue, air quotes. I don't use glue to put on my wigs. I always do glueless, or now I use the spray because I've tried glue before. I don't know if there's latex in it or what. I've tried Ghost Bond though, and it literally, I kid you guys not, ripped out my edges and ripped off my skin. So no glue for me. Sprays or glueless only. And now I'm just kind of heating up the spray, what I sprayed on my head. I think I used, yeah, pretty much medium, not high, but like medium high, medium heat, just to, you know, make it nice and tacky. This spray, y'all, if y'all can't do glue, or if you don't like glue, it's the truth, okay? It is very, 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 very sticky, but in a good way. It kept my lace on. I mean, y'all, it's just, it's amazing. Like, I 10 out of 10 do recommend. I got this from Ulta, and I think Ulta is the only place that sells it. So if you're like me, you don't like glue, or you want to try something different from like the Gots to Be spray, it's amazing. And it smells so good too. So basically right here, I'm just going in with a little bit more of that spray just to further tack things down if I missed any areas that aren't fully sticking down. The problem that I had with what I just did though is that some of the spray obviously got onto the baby hairs that I separated out, and it kind of made the baby hairs a little bit hard, which kind of affected how I was able to do them towards the end. But honestly, that's a me problem. It's nothing wrong with the bed head itself. But yeah, definitely go get this, okay, because it's the truth. And now I'm just wrapping it to help melt the lace. This step is super important, especially when you have a frontal, but also a closure as well, to definitely use like an elastic band, edge scarf, whatever you got. Tie it nice and tight. Don't tie your thoughts though. Don't tie your cerebrum, but just tie it tight so that way it could just melt. This step is important when you want your lace to look just perfect and melted and make it look like, bitch, this is your hair, okay? Ooh, and do y'all see that melt, honey? It's giving scalp, okay? It's just giving scalp, okay? This is why that step is super duper important. Excuse the wig cap. Like I said, that'll change towards the end. So now I'm cutting the lace. I cut one line down the middle. If you have a frontal, I recommend cutting cutting it into 3 sections. But for me, I just have the closure, so I'm just doing one section, and I'm just cutting off these little white pieces, which I should have did before I glued it down, but it's like y'all saw on the side, it looked very white, these like white pieces, so I'm cutting that off. And I'm also using my eyebrow razor, as you can see, in a jagged zigzag motion. Use a zigzag motion when you're cutting off lace, because if you just do a straight, first of all, nobody's hairline is straight, okay, unless you got an edge up, and I don't have no edge up, and most of us don't. So don't cut it straight, or else it's just gonna look so wiggy and so unnatural. That's how you give it away. Cut it, as you can see, in a zigzag or jagged kind of motion, or else it's just not gonna look natural. But do y'all see that? It's giving me like, this is my hair, okay? It is giving realness, okay, period. So now I'm putting on the same Maybelline powder makeup just to blend it a little bit more. This step is also very important. It just further blends everything together, and just makes it look super natural. It looks very like pasty and white right now, but eventually it won't look that bad. But normally my scalp color is naturally very pasty anyways, so it doesn't even matter. So for me, that looks good. So now I am really, look at me, stupid. Anyways, now I'm really trying to focus on getting this wig flat. I'm putting more of my mousse, and then I'm just gonna hot comb it to make it super duper flat. I definitely recommend getting a wax stick. I always forget to buy one when I go to the beauty supply store, but the wax stick just helps further make the wig super duper flat. And a dead giveaway of a wig is for it to be too lumpy, so you definitely want it to be super duper flat. All right, so now I'm focusing on the baby hairs, which, oh my God. When I tell you these baby hairs, I had so much stress doing these damn baby hairs. Oh my God. But anyways, basically I'm just cutting it, and then I'm gonna take my edge brush, and I'm just swooping it each time I cut it just to see if I like the length. I definitely recommend doing this, because if you cut too short, it's gonna be a problem. Like, you can't add more hair. Once you cut it, it's gone, sis. It's gone. So just definitely do what I'm doing, especially if you're a beginner, just to swoop it and see if you want it longer, if you want it shorter. Just cut little by little. So now I'm taking my pretty pink eyebrow razor, and I'm just further cutting the baby hairs. I definitely recommend using eyebrow razor to cut baby hairs. It just makes it a lot easier, and it's just easy on the hands for you to, see what you're cutting. But anyways, I'm just cutting that, and then I'm swooping it again just to see if it looks right. And now I think at this point I used my foaming mousse to swoop the baby hairs. I definitely recommend doing foaming mousse before you put any edge control, or else you will fuck it up. Trust me. But this is what I have so far. I hated them, and I ended up adding more hair and fixing it up a little bit later. But you'll see that at the very, very end of the video. But it looks good. It's giving scalp, okay? Period. So now I'm just plucking my middle part a little bit more, just to make it a little bit more natural. I'm not going to pluck it too much, but just a little bit. And what I was trying to say about the baby hairs before, but I couldn't find my words, was that you want to use a foaming wrap, like a mousse or whatever. It's just easier to maneuver it, because say you do it and you don't like what you did. If you just have the foaming wrap, you just move the hair back and you fix it over. Once you start adding like gel or Gorilla Style or whatever you use, once you start adding edge control, it's stuck that way. It's very hard to fix it. So definitely start with foaming wrap first, and then if you want a firmer hold, definitely feel free to add whatever edge control of your choice. But yeah, back to the plucking. I'm just further customizing it. And then pretty soon you're gonna see I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty concealer and I'm gonna go right down the middle of that part and just make it blend more and just look better, look more like scalp. A tip that I do have is if you do end up getting concealer, as you can see I kind of did, onto the hair and not just the part, just use some eyeshadow the color of the hair and just put it on the top of the part where you got concealer. So yeah, I told y'all it was gonna look better once I put the concealer, okay? You just gotta trust the process, baby. You just gotta trust the process, okay? And now for my favorite part. JK, this is not my favorite part. I'm just going to be taking my flat iron and just straightening the hair. Before you straighten your hair, you definitely want to put some sort of like serum or oil into the hair. As you can see, I'm using this Argan Magic oil. Honestly, it's a little heavy for the hair, so I wouldn't recommend it, but it was all I had. I definitely would use like a lighter oil or serum, but you definitely want to do this because it just helps protect the hair and also adds shine. So yeah, so I'm just going to be straightening my hair, doing the chase method. I'm pretty sure I did the chase method wrong. I don't know if the tooth comb is supposed to be above the flat iron or below it. I don't know, and I honestly don't care, so don't judge me. But yeah, y'all gonna watch me do this chase method. Y'all should know how to straighten y'all hair, so I'm gonna stop talking now. And that's it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, more hair videos coming at you real soon. I did end up fixing my baby hairs way after this video off camera. Sorry I didn't show you guys that, but this is what I got so far, okay? And I 10 out of 10 do recommend that Bedhead TIGI Hardhead Spray. My wig wasn't going anywhere, okay? Period. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Besitos a todos, and I'll see you later.